God. Everyone around me seems to have found their people, their person, their community. So why am I still alone?
I see you in the quiet. I see you in the rooms full of people where you still feel invisible. I see you scrolling at 2 a.m., watching other people's lives, wondering why connection seems so easy for everyone else. I see the weight of coming home to silence. I see how tired you are of being the one who isn't chosen. But let me ask you something first. What kind of alone are you? Because there's alone, as in nobody's physically around. And there's alone, as in you're surrounded by people, but still feel like no one actually sees you. There's alone because of circumstances. And there's alone because you've built walls so high, nobody can reach you even when they try. Which one is yours? Or is it all of them at once? Here's what I need you to understand. Most people asking me, why am I alone, aren't really asking about geography. They're asking, why doesn't anyone truly know me? Why do I feel like I don't belong anywhere? Why does everyone else seem to have found their people, and I'm still on the outside? You're asking about the deepest human terror. What if I'm fundamentally unworthy of being chosen? And you've taken that terror and turned it into evidence. Every Friday night alone, every unanswered text, every group that formed without you, every friendship that just faded. You've collected all of it into this case file that proves something's wrong with you. But let me show you what you're not seeing. First, you live in the most connected and most lonely generation in human history. The Surgeon General literally called loneliness an epidemic. Social media created the illusion of connection while destroying actual community. You're comparing your inside to everyone else's highlight reel. You're drowning in proximity, but starving for presence. This isn't all on you. The village died. The third places disappeared. Everything became transactional. And the loneliness you feel, it's partly about you, yeah, but it's also about the collapse of everything that used to hold people together. But here's the hard part. There's also something you're doing. And I need you to sit with this. Are you alone because no one wants you? Or because you've made yourself unavailable? Not in a blaming way. I mean, what are you protecting by staying isolated? Because here's what I see in so many of you carrying this ache. You want connection, desperately. But you're also terrified of what happens when someone gets close enough to see all of you. The messy parts, the needy parts, the parts you've decided are unlovable. So you do this dance. You long for intimacy, but hold back. You wait to be chosen, but don't risk choosing. You want someone to break through your walls, but you've made the walls impenetrable. You test people, and when they fail the test, you use it as proof you were right to keep everyone out. Loneliness becomes familiar. loneliness becomes safe. Because loneliness hurts, but rejection after hope, that's unbearable. So you reject first, or you never put yourself in a position to be rejected. You ghost before you can be ghosted. You stay surface level. You don't follow up. You convince yourself you don't need anyone before they can prove you right. Does any of that land? There's also this. You might be looking for the feeling of connection without doing the work of connection. Real friendship isn't magic. It's not soulmates recognizing each other across a crowded room. It's showing up consistently. It's vulnerable conversation. It's initiating plans 6 times, even when you feel pathetic for always being the one reaching out. It's texting first. It's risking being too much, too eager, too honest. Mother Teresa said the worst poverty isn't hunger, it's loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. She saw it everywhere, not just in Calcutta's streets, but in wealthy Western homes. Loneliness doesn't care how much money you have. Johann Harari wrote this book, Lost Connections, where he found that depression and anxiety aren't just chemical. They're often responses to disconnection from people, from meaningful work, from values. Your loneliness might be your soul screaming, "This isn't how humans are supposed to live." So what do you actually do? First, you grieve. Let yourself feel the full weight of this, not the "I'm fine alone" performance or the "I don't need anyone" armor. You're lonely. It hurts. That's allowed. Loneliness is painful because connection is a fundamental human need. You're not weak for wanting it. Second, get honest about your part. Not to blame yourself, to find your agency. Where are you hiding? Where are you waiting to be found instead of letting yourself be seen? What vulnerability are you avoiding? Try this. Write down, "If someone really knew me, they would see blank." Whatever comes up, that's your work. Because the parts you hide are often the exact parts that create real connection when you finally share them. Third, practice small acts of connection even when they feel awkward. Join something. A class, a volunteer thing, a climbing gym, a book club. Go consistently. Most people quit after 2 or 3 times because it's uncomfortable. Stay for 10. Connection builds through repeated, low-stakes contact. Text someone, "Hey, been thinking about you." Invite someone to coffee. Say yes when fear wants you to say no. Initiate. Risk being the one who cares more. Fourth, check your expectations. You might be waiting for the perfect friend who texts every day, reads your mind, never lets you down. That person doesn't exist. Real people are distracted, busy, flawed. They forget to text back. They cancel plans. Doesn't mean they don't care. Lower the bar for entry. Raise it for staying. Fifth, and this one's strange. Some of the most connected people I see spent years alone first. They used that solitude to figure out who they actually are, what they actually value, how to be with themselves. And when they finally connected, they connected deeply because they weren't using people to fill a void. They were whole people, inviting other whole people in. Maybe your aloneness right now isn't a life sentence. Maybe it's a season, a painful, necessary season where you learn you can survive your own company. Rilke wrote to this young poet, "What is necessary, after all, is only this: solitude, vast inner solitude." But he also knew solitude is different from loneliness. Solitude is chosen. Loneliness is imposed. And if you're lonely, you're allowed to want more. Here's what I know that you can't see yet. You won't be alone forever.
Not because I can promise you a specific person or timeline, but because you're becoming aware. You're asking the question. You're feeling the pain instead of numbing it. That's the beginning. The people who stay isolated forever are the ones who convince themselves they don't need anyone, who build fortresses and call it strength. You're not doing that. You're here, naming the ache. That means you're still open, still hoping. And that hope, painful as it is, will lead you toward people. But you have to do your part. Risk being seen. Show up. Be the friend you're wanting to find. And in the meantime, be gentle with yourself. Your loneliness doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human, living in a lonely world, trying to find your people. That's one of the hardest things a person can do. I see you, beloved. I see every night you've cried yourself to sleep, feeling forgotten. I see every party you weren't invited to. I see how hard you've tried and how exhausting it is when nothing sticks. I see the courage it took to even ask this. You're not too much. You're not too broken. You're not unlovable. You're just still learning how to let people in and how to reach out without the armor. I'm with you in every quiet room. I'm with you when you thought no one noticed. You are seen, you are known, and you are so deeply loved. This season won't last forever. Hold on. Keep trying. Keep your heart soft, even when it wants to turn to stone. You're going to be okay. I believe in you. And you are never, ever as alone as you feel.